Hey guys, and welcome to this new video. First of all, I want to apologize for my bad English. That's because I'm from Germany and yeah, so I'm not a native speaker. I think you all know or can tell by my pronunciation. And yeah, today we're going to have a look at my Rise of Evil project. So yeah, this was a huge project. It wasn't even planned. I was trying something out for like a school project. I had to write a text, a horror story to be exactly, and yeah, I did that. And while I was writing this story, I was creative, so creative that I created a song to that. So like a soundtrack, and I was inspired by the It soundtracks by Benjamin Wellfish and the trailer soundtracks by Hi-Fi-Ness, I think. Yeah, by Hi-Fi-Ness. And yeah, I loved those tracks. I listened to them every day. I think I needed about 2 weeks to create this whole project. I wasn't constantly working on that, but yeah, I created this soundtrack in a time or an amount of 2 weeks. And so yeah, this is one of my favorite projects so far, or I've ever made, and it was getting better. So with the time, and first just planned to create this epic part. So yeah, I was just planning to do a song about that, repeat it a few times. I don't know. But then I came up with the idea to put this or to use this famous Pennywise sound, and I recreated that. So, well, to be honest, it wasn't my idea. It was already used in a trailer soundtrack, and yeah, I just wanted to recreate this sound because I thought it is a brilliant sound, and it would fit perfectly into this soundtrack. And it's so perfect because I think it is not harmonic, and that's why I love it so much, and it's iconic, I think. So yeah, I think it's brilliant. Whoever created this sound, I don't know. There wasn't any credit to that. But whoever created this, I love you for that. After that, I tried to experiment a bit with some plugins and some VSTs. I used Labs by Spitfire to create... Where do we have it? Oh yeah, there you go. Labs by Spitfire. And I used the instruments, so I went to strings, and then I used amplified cello quartet chatter. So this is a pretty creepy sound. I think you all know when you know what I mean when you've listened to this track. And I'm gonna play it for you, like just a bit. And yeah, so listen to it. So yeah, I used no real structure during the process of those strings. And at the beginning they start slowly. I wanted them to become more intense by time, and I thought they were just perfect for this soundtrack because they created such an atmosphere, which was just and also such a tension, which is just perfect for this soundtrack because I wanted it to be terrifying, creepy, but also beautiful. And for the beautiful part, we have like this epic part. And yeah, I kind of mixed those parts together by using this Pennywise sound, and this was like the perfect combination. And yeah, so first I planned to make a song which is about 3 minutes long, but the song ended up being like 4.5 minutes long, or almost 5 minutes long. And yeah, so it wasn't the plan, but I love it. I'm very proud of this project, and yeah, I think the only weakness of this project is maybe the mix and mastering, because I'm not a professional. A friend helped me, thanks Nico, and yeah, but we are both no professionals, so yeah, but I think the combination is perfect. Oh yeah, and by the way, a working title for that project was Conversation or Communication, because when I showed this song to my parents, they said, yeah, this sounds like a conversation of two people, like those strings and the epic part. And I thought, yeah, that's great, but that wasn't like the name that I wanted for this project. I wanted it to have like a epic name, and I think Conversation works too. It is a great name, it describes it very well, but I wanted like an epic name for that, like Rise of Evil. I decided to use Rise of Evil because my name in real life is Levi. I think you all know that, or most of you know that, because most of you know me in real life, and I already mentioned that on this channel, I think. Yeah, and from the word or from the name Levi, you can build the English word evil. And I hadn't made videos like, I don't know, for 2 months or something like that. And this was like my big comeback. I was rising, and I also thought it would be a good title or a good name for that song, because this sounds like some evil creature which is about to stand up or to rise and to go search for his victims and all that stuff. So like a good soundtrack for such an epic moment. And yeah, that's the reason why I chose that title. So let's take a look at the instruments I've used. I've used flex, so I think flex is great. I used all string sustain, like for that. I think you can tell. So it was a lot of copy and paste right here, but yeah. And I used Sforzando. Sforzando is a great VST, I think. And don't get me wrong, Sforzando is not a VST which has included instruments. No, it is a VST where some people, like random guys, can create instruments and create them for this VST. And so it is not Sforzando who is creating those great instrument sounds. So I used Sforzando and I used many different instruments. I am gonna make a video about that. I used the Sonita Symphonic Instrument Pack, or the Sonita Symphonic Orchestra Instrument Pack, and yeah, I'm gonna make a video about that too. So yeah, it's gonna be up in, I don't know, a few weeks. Then I used DSK Core Z. DSK Core Z is a plugin by the company DSK, or by the publisher DSK, and it's called Core Z. And Core Z is like a chorus plugin, and yeah, it sounds not that great when you just listen to DSK Core Z, but when you combine it with other instruments, it sounds great. And I also used the mix chorus from Sforzando's Sonita Symphonic Orchestra instrument pack, and a church organ also from Sonita Symphonic Orchestra, and brass also combined, Sonita Symphonic Orchestra instrument pack and flex, because flex brass is able to go lower than the Sonita Symphonic instrument brass. So yeah, I used a lot of Sforzando, and for the Pennywise sound I used Nexus. And where do we have it? Rockstars. Yeah, there you go. I used Rockstars for that and edited with a equalizer. I don't know. Okay, on number 1. There you go. Equalizer. I edited it, and yeah, I think it sounds great. So yeah, I had a bit of problems with the sub bass and the deep impact and orchestral kicks, or hits, I mean. Yeah, but I managed to use sidechain for that, and yeah, we had kind of problems with that. So yeah, and I wanted to create this scream at the end, which was just such a terrifying moment in It Chapter 2, which was, apart from that, not that terrifying movie, but that was one of the most terrifying moments. And yeah, I really loved that scene. It was just creepy, and yeah, I can show you the scene right now. Yeah, I used that scream at the end to make a perfect ending, and yeah, I can just play the end. So just the scream, basically. So yeah, that was great. And I also used some sound effects, like for example, I can show them. Or this one. Or this one. And I also used this thunder sound effect. And I also thought it would be great to have this "I've missed you" in this track from like the final battle scene with Pennywise in It Chapter 2. And yeah, I thought it was great. I used that audio clip from a making of where Bill Skarsgård was performing his scene just to try it out. And yeah, that whole thing was a big CGI scene, so yeah, he had to do it in a special bodysuit and all that stuff. And I used a audio clip from that. I can show it to you just very quick.
I've missed you!
And the whole thing sounds like that.
I've missed you!
So yeah, I think it's pretty great. And I also used some Pennywise laughter, and that's the reason why I also said featuring Pennywise, because it is basically featuring Pennywise. So like that, and over here, just like that. Yeah, that's basically it. That's basically the whole track. I use orchestral drums by Kashmir. I don't know if I already mentioned it, but I think they are great and I love them. They're just perfect. I use them for all my orchestral projects and I can just really recommend you those drums. Oh, let's have a look at the belts. Just quick. Yeah, I thought they were pretty nice, and also the violins. Oh wait, staccato violins. Basically the same, but different instrument, and I used the second violin staccato. So yeah, I like this and think it's great. And I switched between the different chorus VSTs, so yeah, once I used both together, and then I used only chorus E, and then I used chorus, and after that chorus E. So yeah, that's basically the project. Hope you enjoyed this video and hope you learned something, or yeah. So if you liked this video, just leave a like, a comment, or subscribe. I don't know, share this video with your friends. And yeah, see you next time.